saw the sunshine beaming in. We waited all winter for this.
I know.
Yeah.
We all.
Does the air conditioning work?
It's still kicking out heat.
It is the lunar eclipse or the eclipse today.
It was this morning, wasn't it? The blood was.
Oh, it was a lunar.
Yeah, that was it, yeah.
You gotta wait till 2028 or something.
2020. The heat in here? Need to put some mini splits in here or something.
Feel as though some of it is my fault.
It's not,
It's not.
it's not your fault.
Well, my office was very cold. Like one morning it was 49 degrees.
Starting in a couple minutes.
Yes. So then Pete and Jim have been working on it and now our office is like 75.
So there was a shut off valve in my office that was shut off. And as soon as that opened, it was,
It's a little warm now.
it's
we're-
toasty in there now.
We're not running our supplemental heaters anymore.
No, we all did.
Before we got a new.
Well, yeah, I was trying to heat the whole office because we were all freezing.
Shut off and it would get down in the 50s. But now
No, that's not the
Never
case.
shows. 60.
Mark?
I told Kelly, I do have to have a little fan.
Meeting or you're planning on just doing your wedding, leaving?
Oh,
Well, maybe I can swing by the office. Yeah. Okay. Hey, Mark. Where is
We'll sit down.
Where is
Come get up.
61 between Sandstone and Hinckley on your
later,
plan,
later.
blacktop. I had 2 people last week, in the last week. Must be good. I don't know. Well, that longitudinal track. Yeah.
JJ, I don't know if you can hear me. It's good to see you.
Thanks, Mark. I'll just get back to him.
All right, we got 10 o'clock. We'll call the meeting in order and rise for the pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, well, welcome everybody to this fine Minnesota spring day. I don't know if we call it spring or false spring, because usually when we get nice days now, we pay for them and then it just drags out a little longer, so. But we'll see what happens. I don't know, maybe Steve, you're bringing the nice weather up here.
I think so. It's coming.
Good. At this time, we will start with public forum. Anybody in the public here wish to speak? All right, come on up.
Denise Weiss, Royalton Township. I just would like to say we still had the orange glow last night, shining brightly over our homestead. So, you know, you guys are, the board is the only one that can ask the planning and zoning for some light mitigation from the cannabis. I've sent you the data and the paperwork right from the county that about the amount of lights that were there originally versus where we're at today. All I can do is just keep asking that you guys put some type of mitigation in place if this is being allowed in residential areas. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank
you.
Anybody else? Nope. Nope. Anybody online? Okay. We'll move to the adopt the agenda. One quick thing is we're looking at the agenda here. We do have the closed session before commissioner updates. Would you guys, what do you think about moving that to just switching them to switching 5 and 4?
I would go for that.
Okay, that way, one of the thoughts was the two that are remote, if they have any issue getting connected back up for the updates or whatever.
I'll second that.
All right. And, oh, yeah, hold on a second, guys. Is there any additions or?
Right, and so we do have one update to the agenda, regular agenda item number 3, the Railroad Authority.
Yeah.
We have updated legal description to go with that quitclaim deed. So the county surveyor was able to review it and we worked with the Canterbury's attorney as well. And there's just some minor updates to how it's written.
Okay,
I'll move as amended, Mr. Chair.
okay. All right. So Holland, you never necessarily made a motion, right?
Well, I did, but it didn't probably read right.
Okay,
I made a motion, JJ seconded it.
okay. Let's, do you want to amend that motion then?
Sure. Well, I will include the updates.
Okay.
I'll still second Steve's motion then.
Sounds good. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure we did this right.
No,
So,
thank you.
we good here? All
Yep.
right. Sounds good. All right. So we got them changes on them on the agenda. So, we'll go to the, any discussion? Jeez, I'm trying to get caught up here. Any discussion, any more discussion on that? Hearing none, go ahead, Devin, call the roll.
Commissioner Ludwig,
Aye.
Commissioner Holland,
Yes.
Commissioner Moore,
Aye.
Commissioner Nelson,
Yes.
Commissioner Waldham.
Yes,
Thank you.
All right, approve the minutes of the February 17th regular county board meeting and summary for publication.
Ludwig will move. Second.
All right, we got a motion by Ludwig, second by Nelson. Any discussion? Hearing none, go ahead, Deb.
Commissioner Holland,
Yes.
Moore,
Aye.
Commissioner Nelson,
Yes.
Commissioner Waldham,
yes,
Commissioner Ludwig.
Aye.
Thank you.
All right, so minutes of boards, committees and correspondence, the Pine County Land Surveyor Monthly Report, February 2026. And the Association of Minnesota Counties Correspondence, February 6, 2026. The one thing I wanted to add on that was they had, the AMC had said that they would come and give a presentation here to the board. We were kind of just thinking maybe next year when, if we get some new board members, I don't know, most of us are pretty involved with AMC. They said they would come, so it's kind of up to you guys. We can tell them to come, but we were kind of thinking, you know, next year, if we get a few different board members, that maybe that'd be the time to have them come. So that was all I wanted to say about that. So now I'll entertain a motion.
I'll move that.
Holland makes a motion.
I'll second.
Okay,
Nelson.
second by Nelson. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, go ahead, Deb.
Commissioner Moore,
Aye.
Commissioner Nelson,
Yes.
Commissioner Waldham,
yes,
Commissioner Ludwig,
Aye.
Commissioner Holland.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, consent agenda.
I'll move consent, Mr. Chair.
Okay, we got a motion by Ludwig.
Second.
I'll second. Holland.
Okay, second by Holland. Discussion, kind of a short consent agenda this time. That ain't so bad. Yeah. Any other discussion on the consent agenda? Hearing none, go ahead, Deb.
Commissioner Nelson,
Yes.
Commissioner Waldham,
yes,
Commissioner Ludwig,
Aye.
Commissioner Holland,
Yes.
Commissioner Moore.
Aye.
Thank you.
All right, regular agenda, number 1, Land Advisory Committee report.
You want to take that, Ryder?
No, you can go ahead.
I can do it. I'll start with this right here. We met on February 23rd. And we will present the following to the board. Withdraw previously offered land auction parcels under resolution 2026-10 to allow Pound County to withdraw from sale all unsold parcels of land from last past tax forfeit land auctions effective July 10th, 2026, including PIDs, property description and identification numbers 28.1053.000 and 42.587.0.000. Do you want me to go with the whole pack there, Josh? And, or one at a
Yeah,
time?
however you guys want to do it, they can go. that
Okay.
way, right? Yeah.
The second item would be the 2026 tax forfeit land classification conservation memorial forest edition, which is resolution number 2026-09 to classify property ID number 20.0052.000 as conservation land and designate the classification as memorial forest. On that parcel, I think it's a small piece. It's in the middle of Pine County Memorial Forest. I think it's like 5 acres and it's tax forfeited, and there's there's not really good access or anything anyway, so that'll just become part of the memorial forest, and the statute gives us that right to do that. The third item is the Park Trail and Recreation Grant Policy. And so we revised the Park Trail and Recreation Fund Policy to the county board, and you saw that in there in the updates in your pack. And it mostly has to do to make sure that other government entities were involved with and not private, and that's the big one. Fourth item is the blight policy update and project updates. Consider the revised demolition and cleanup policy to the county board. And that's in there. Fifth one is the set aside of the tax forfeit and timber sales revenues. And that's resolution 2026-11 to set aside dollars. And that was amended to as follows: 7.5% of tax forfeit land revenues for the purpose of blight cleanup, 7.5% of tax forfeit land sale and timber sale revenues for the purpose of timber development, and 20% of those dollars of tax forfeit land sale and timber sale revenues for the purposes of acquisition, maintenance of county parks, trails, and recreational areas. That's the main points. You want to cover any other discussion, Roger?
Maybe the only thing that I would add, or maybe a couple things, is that we did get an activity report by our land commissioner, who went through all the, what they had accomplished, and had been working on this past year, and it was quite extensive. So it was very informative to get that activity report, in addition to some of these action items that we need to cover.
The bridges, did you want to talk about those?
Yeah. So there was a couple of items that were brought up. I think there were some projects that it was Minnesota DNR projects that occurred, some of them off on trails. One was on tax forfeited land, and one of them was adjacent to it. And those bridges, they were rock crossings to cross small streams north of County Road 32 on the state trail. And I think our land commissioner just expressed concern about the high cost of these bridges that were put in, compared to maybe there's other places that money could be more effectively spent. Now, we don't really have a say in that, but it was nice to hear our land commissioner looking out for, these tax dollars. And I guess the thought that came out of that meeting is, we're just Pine County, but maybe we should be looking at, are there other counties that are facing the same thing, where maybe these dollars could be redirected towards a project that, for example, the bike trail, that's in terrible disrepair. So it was just a discussion, and I thought it was a good, interesting discussion.
It was
That answer?
Yeah, I think it's just interesting too, because they were immaculate bridges. I mean, they built them like you would for a road. And even places for animals to go under, and, I mean, they were not cheap. I mean, it was a lot of money spent in the middle of nowhere. The first big one they built though was on there, it was on state land and there, but to me, and maybe Reese could help me, if a trail crosses even if it's in county property, but it's a state trail, the state can build the bridge, right? Because it's the right of way of the trail. So, yeah, so it's still their domain. But
Mr. Chair?
I missed, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, when you, Commissioner Ludwig mentions a lot of money, what's the dollar amount on a bridge? Do you remember? I don't have the, minutes.
Yes, 220,000 approximately on roughly on each of those bridges.
Okay, and then they don't do like our county engineer has road info counts, traffic counts, so they don't know exactly how many animals or snowmobiles cross that bridge.
We're not, they may, but we're not privy to that.
No.
information.
Oh,
they put them up so they can go under it.
okay.
Anyway, it was,
220,000.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Hey, Mr. Chair,
Yes.
just thanks to the land committee and Greg for pointing things like that out. I know, through the ATP in the Northeast, they were just talking about some new trail counting, pieces of equipment, and, Mark's gonna get some of those for our trails, but I know it is a item that they're interested in, is to see how much traffic those trails get.
the other item was that they have to include the bat habitat policy in on our forest management now also. So,
Okay, so,
and I will move those main items, Mr. Chair.
okay, sounds good.
I'll second.
All right, is there any other discussion on, looks like resolution 2026-10, 2026-09, and 2026-11? Hearing none, go ahead, Deb.
Commissioner Waldam,
I oppose.
Commissioner Ludwig,
Aye.
Commissioner Holland,
Yes,
Commissioner Moore,
Aye.
Commissioner Nelson.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, so joint county drainage authority resolution.
Yeah, so since the authority was created, they've done a redetermination of benefits. Found that there are properties in Chisago County that are draining to the judicial ditch 6. So this would bring them a place to the table. So Chisago would be a member. It doesn't change how it operates. Sandy County is the lead entity. So interesting enough, we actually have the second most acreage. So Sandy's got 41%. We're 28%. Kennebec is 20, and Chisago is 11. So even though people don't know the ditch is even there, their property's benefiting. And so, this ditch stuff is complicated. I've talked with Mary a little bit about it. I mean, it's hard to follow for most people unless you're an attorney. But they're going through the process the proper way, and trying to make some improvements. And so there will probably be assessments out to a few people in Royalton Township. So.
That will spread the cost across the whole group then, huh?
Yep. So that'll benefit everybody else. So when they do that redetermination, that's kind of the point, is to find out who's actually sometimes there's people that were on the list that aren't benefiting. But then the drawback is there's a cost to do the redetermination. So then, you're gonna pay for that too. They've got, Yeah, go ahead.
But do you have a, we're 28%, but how many acres are represented roughly?
350 acres, so it's a fair amount.
Okay, yeah. But not huge. It's not
No,
5,000 acres.
whole drainage area, the ditch is not, it's not like ditch 2 here in Pine City Township.
Right, right.
So they would need this resolution, and then I'm sure Josh enjoys going to the meetings, the before. And things would continue how it's been. So, and I think this is kind of the end of getting this established. So,
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is I think that ditch 6 was done in like the thirties or something like that.
yeah, they all would have been built back in the turn of the century.
Yeah, the determination, so then it hasn't had any redone since, so they were pretty confident that Chisago had a play in it. That's why they wanted to do the redetermination, but they're doing ditch 1 and 6, for that area. I don't know who's
Yeah,
ditch 1.
so they're getting that all cleaned up, and then this will help the city of Bram as well get.
Yeah,
Do they have the original elevations in somewhere?
They probably have something.
yeah,
So,
yeah, it'll be interesting to see.
Mhm.
And I haven't even heard them numbers yet, so they, how much was in Chisago, so.
yeah, I think it was.
We're supposed to be having a meeting, I think, coming up here pretty quick to kind of go over some stuff, but yeah.
Yeah, they're trying to get a meeting set up, but sounds like that won't happen for a few more weeks. So.
Yeah.
Any questions for me?
No, I'll move that resolution 2026-08.
I'll second it.
Any other discussion? Hearing none, I'll, go ahead, Deb.
And Mr. Chair,
Yeah.
that'll be you as the appointed.
Yep.
Okay. Commissioner Ludwig,
Aye.
Commissioner Holland,
Yes,
Commissioner Moore,
Aye.
Commissioner Nelson,
Yes.
Commissioner Waldham.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, at this time, we're gonna recess the county board meeting and convene the rail authority. So, we just do that, right?
Yep.
Okay. Are you taking this one or?
I sure can take this one,
Okay.
yes. Thank you, Mr. Chair, members of the board. We've done a handful of these over the last 10 years. So we have a property owner, the Cannonburg, who own property, Highway 23, and then our Brook Park Trail, and then the private properties are to the north of that. And so there was driveways across the trail that existed prior to us purchasing that old rail corridor in Brook Park. But as people are making changes to their properties, they are coming to ask for actual easements across that trail corridor, to ensure that they have continual legal access. So we do have a request from the Cannonburgs, for an easement across the trail. It is written very similar to how previous ones have been. The legal description was reviewed by the county surveyor and it's been fully surveyed. I do want to call out on the bottom of the legal description. We have some language on there just clarifying responsibilities and who, what does this actually mean and who's the beneficiary of the easement? And so just kind of point that out that we do have that on there. That notes, it's the responsibilities of the property owner to maintain their driveway and things like that.
How about signage, stop sign or whatever?
Right, so we do not have any language about a stop sign there. And we haven't on previous ones. Don't know if you want to hear from the property owner at all or have any further questions.
No, we just need a motion, right, to accept this?
I'll move it.
Okay.
I will second.
I'll second it.
Roger beat you this time.
Okay,
Second by Nelson. Is there any other discussion on this? I don't know. I think it's pretty straightforward.
Yeah, quick.
Waldham? We're having a hard time hearing you.
it can be louder. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah, okay. With the public safety aspect, somebody mentioned something about stop signs. Is there going to be any liability, or how does this compare with all the other crossings that have stop signs? Is it something we're overlooking here?
So this trail corridor doesn't really have much use at this point. It it exists out there. We don't do anything with it.
No, but isn't that the planned trail for the future?
Potentially.
Yeah.
I don't know, Mark.
Well, yeah, I think, it's not a public road, or it's not even a shared road, it's just a driveway. So typically that's the, responsibility of the property owner if they want to take that liability on. I don't think we've really got any signage on any of our other trails at driveways. We do at crossings for bikes and snowmobiles and things, so it's more of if there was a road crossing, you would definitely want some type of signage.
Sure.
but
Sure. Okay. All right. Thank you.
If they can get a permit from MinDOT, then they'll go through quite an ordeal to get that, so.
Number 2.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks, Mark. That helped me.
All right. So, is there any other discussion? Okay, hearing none, go ahead, Deb.
Commissioner Holland,
Yes.
Commissioner Moore,
Aye.
Commissioner Nelson,
Yes.
Commissioner Waldham,
Aye.
Yes.
Commissioner Ludwig.
Aye.
Thank you.
All right, well, we'll adjourn the rail meeting and reconvene the county board meeting, and we're gonna go to commissioner updates. Highway 23 Coalition.
I was unable to make that meeting. However, I do know that their annual meeting is coming up, and this year it is going to be in Mora. And I believe that is, it's either the very tail end of April, I believe. And there's limited space, but they are going to be having, I believe, Representative Stauber has already committed to being one of the speakers, and they may have one or two others as well of our either federal representatives or whatnot at that. And the reason they wanted to have that in the northern part of the corridor is because they're beginning work on that study, or at least proposing to have a study from Foley on north to I-35. So it's important that, if we want some improvements and safety things on that Highway 23, which, there was just another accident on that here last week in Mora. So, so that's the update there.
Okay. Lakes and Pines.
Lakes and Pines did not meet in February. We'll meet in a couple of weeks.
How about East Central Regional Development Commission?
We did meet, and we met our new director, Natalie Colber, I believe. Anyway, she's hit the ground running. She's been very busy. She gave a very detailed report about where the ERDC stands and where she stands, and they've had a little bit of a reassignment of duties of some people that work there, and so looking forward to her energy and what they can do. Jordan Zeller is an economic development guy, so to speak, and runs a revolving loan fund. And that fund has done really, really well. And we're the second lien holder, so to speak, when a corporation or a small business goes to the bank, and if they've got a loan that they can get from the bank for 60,000 and they need 100,000, and they only got 20 of their own money, the ERDC kicks in the extra 20. And they've been pretty successful in getting those paid back and jump starting those small businesses. So That's exciting.
All right. Looks like Pine County HRA and Economic Development was canceled. Extension Committee, yeah, we had a meeting last week. Talked a lot about the programs, what was going on, and I don't know, you want to add, Steve?
Farm Family of the Year came up. I don't know that I'm at will to say that yet, who that is, but anyway, that'll be announced soon. And I don't know if Denise is still in the audience there, but we welcomed our new member Denise Wise to the Extension Committee.
Yeah, we had, we actually picked the next two farm families. So.
Yeah.
So that'll be interesting, or it's kind of nice to get that done. And yeah, that was about it. Zoning Board, Ludwig.
Yeah, we had our meeting. Aaron Gustafson, our new director, administrator, was only where you want to call him. He ran a good meeting. The election of officers was for the next year. So Sue Grill is now the chair and Les is the vice chair and Nancy's the secretary. And they had a variance request on a sewer system that was on a small lot and had to get adjusted and moved in close to the building. And they had a great discussion and they passed the variance, which was wonderful, I think. And then Aaron, at the end of the meeting, went over all the duties of the zoning board and tied into county plans and stuff like that and did a good job. So I think it went really well. Did I miss anything, Kelly? I think that's good. Yeah.
All right.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Who is the new chair and vice chair?
Sue Grill is the chair and Les is vice chair. And Nancy,
Riss.
All right. Other meetings, I did have a Snake River Watershed meeting last Monday. We had our elections. I was elected chair again of that. Mike Cummings is the vice chair. So Pine County is well represented over there. And we talked about meetings. Usually we meet every other month, but we thought in the summer, we're going to schedule meetings and it's easier to drop them off than add them. So we might only still meet every other month, but we want to make sure to keep projects going. That committee can do projects up to $25,000 without board approval. So there was a request to move it up to 50. That request was denied, but we kind of thought if with the last one we just did, it was a manure pit closure, was $80-some thousand. And the contractor had to wait 3 months to get paid. So we're like, well, let's have the meetings there on the books. And if something like that comes up, at least they're scheduled. And then we can have it. If not, we don't need it. So that was kind of the biggest thing we talked about. Yeah, other than that, that was it. Any other meetings anybody went to? They want to?
Mr. Chair.
Yeah.
Back to that. We had that same discussion of upping the dollars that the One Watershed One plan for Kettle River.
Yeah.
And if it, because the work window is so narrow on some of them projects, did you have that? I think.
Yeah.
What was the holdup to bump it a little?
What is your guys' at?
Wait,
We're gonna move it up, but we haven't put that number in there yet.
You don't have a
It's gonna have the next one, yeah.
So ours was at 25 grand, which there isn't a lot of projects that don't cost that much. Maybe.
They're way more money.
Manure pit closure or anything like that. They're
You're usually talking 400 grand for something and then funds
Yeah.
funds are coming from all over, but
Yeah.
there's federal money and state money and grants but-
yeah. So, but
Josh,
the rest of the committee
Miss-
didn't have the appetite to up it to 50. I don't know why. I was supportive of it. just because I think the work group is the ones that do the work. I don't know why it needs to, they still bring all the projects forth to,
Yeah.
you know, even if they're under the 25, they talk about them there, but, yeah, I don't know. We might rehash it out again, so.
Oh, wait, no,
Mr. Chair,
I had Colin.
the Lower St. Croix had that discussion a while, a couple of years ago. And if it's gone through the work plan, we approve those work plans. And if it's a $225,000 budgeted item, they have the approval at that point to go through with that plan and pay the contractors.
Okay.
Because we only meet quarterly. And you can't expect a contractor to wait. If the timing was wrong, they could wait at least 3 months and maybe 6 months to get paid. And so I think there's a lot of different ways. You have to trust your staff. And so the people that are actually doing the work, if you don't trust them, you don't trust them. But if you trust them, you've pre-approved those plans already. And so I think we try to run it kind of like our highway departments get run.
I think that's smart because contractors, if they don't get paid, they're, well, what about the next projects and the next projects? And we're.
Yeah, they're not gonna show up with a bid.
Well, and a couple other things too, is that's kind of what we talked about when we were advocating to raise the limit on that was, if you don't trust the committee, then maybe you need a different committee.
Right.
I'm micromanaging every little thing because that doesn't work out. I don't think that's the board's role. But and some people think that, but that's fine. So we didn't get there and, that's not the way it worked, but yeah, I don't know. So we'll see. I think we might have more discussion on that again going forward. So,
I don't know.
but one of the counties had talked about even opting out of this. So we don't have Mille Lacs County aren't a part of it already.
Hmm.
And,
Really?
and Mille Lacs Soil and Water is, but Mille Lacs County was the one that didn't want to allow the Soil and Water to be a voting member either, because then they lose power. So this is the dynamics you have. I mean, we
Yeah.
see it a lot, so it's interesting, but. All right, cool. At this time, we are gonna close the meeting. If anybody wants to remain in this room, they can. We're gonna just go to a different room to have our 6-month performance review for our county administrator. And we will come back in here to adjourn the meeting.
5 minutes? Can we get?
Yeah, we'll convene over there in 5 minutes. Yep, sounds good.
All right.
We can give you directions. You cleared everybody out, Mark.
We got JJ back. Do we have Colin back yet?
We'll wait a minute to see if Steve gets back on. I told him I'd give him a couple minutes. Oh.
I think he asked if we can hear him.
No.
All right, you there?
Yep.
Steve now. We got Steve and JJ. Okay. Is there anything else to come before the board? Otherwise, take a look at your upcoming meeting. And, what was that something?
No.
No? All right. Okay, so take a look at upcoming meetings. There's a lot of them. The legislative conference, it's a great one as well.
Chair,
yes.
thing, Mr. Chair, I
Yep.
have something. Mr. Chair. Yeah,
Okay.
can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
can you hear me? Yeah, okay, I
Yes.
just was wondering, I think there might have been some procedural errors here. Did we read the mandatory statement before closing this meeting?
Yes.
Well, okay, and then did we vote to close the meeting before we actually closed it? Or am I missing something?
Yeah, you must be missing something.
Oh, okay. All right. Just wanted to make sure.
The only problem we got right now is we do need to see you though. So
Well,
any voting or anything right now, but I don't know if that, yeah. So
not me. It's here. I can see
There it
me.
is. Yep.
Right. It's just
Got ya.
I wanted to make sure that the mandatory statement was read before we closed the meeting. And I always thought we voted to close the meeting before we closed the meeting. But
We might have
oh,
aired. I'm not sure.
okay. All right. That's all I had.
okay.
I think we read it at the beginning.
So anything else? Otherwise, like I said, take a peek at your meetings and yeah, we'll declare the meeting adjourned.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks.